Good morning. It is 8 in the morning. I've been up since 5, working with clients. So I've got a little bit of a downtime and I'm waiting on my next client. I was doing some work on my computer when I got to kind of daydreaming and kind of zoned out. As I start to want to grow my personal brand, my personal training business, and so on, and the thing that always comes across, or the advice that people always give you, is to work hard, right? No matter what you're doing, if you're wanting to get in shape, you gotta work hard. You gotta put in the hours, right? So what started to run through my head was that working hard, sleeping less, and just doing it isn't enough. That's just not gonna cut it. You can work hard all you want, but if you're not mentally prepared to keep going long term, to keep working hard, to keep sleeping less, to just doing things, right? To do things that you have to do to get where you want to be, then you're gonna burn out soon, right? I believe you gotta have that mental fitness, that attitude behind working hard. Like I said, I believe it's more of having an attitude, a positive mindset, and being optimistic. And I feel like that's overlooked and not talked about a whole lot. So what I started to realize was that I have to know what I'm working hard towards. Like, why am I doing this, right? And you can apply this to fitness. Why are you working out? Why do you want to work with a trainer, right? Why is John out there working out with a trainer? Why is he wanting to get in shape? If you don't know why you're doing things, you're not going to get very far. If you don't know why you're working hard, if you don't know why you're sleeping less, if you don't know why you're coming to the gym and working hard for, then what are you doing, right? You're going to soon find yourself very frustrated. And so successful people, I feel, have mastered the attitude of being super positive and super optimistic about what they're doing, even if things oftentimes don't make sense. Their hustle, right? Their hard work, their sleepless nights, I think it's a byproduct of their mindset, their attitude behind all that, right? They realize that all that hard work, all the sleepless nights, and all that, all those obstacles and challenges that come with the hard work they're putting in is something they need to get to where they want to be. But they also know where they want to be. So when you have that positive attitude and your why, then you're able to execute, and everything in between that, those two things just becomes part of who you are and isn't a chore, really. Yeah, it's tough, it's hard, it's not any easier, but it just becomes who you are, and you accept it, and you keep working hard towards your end goal, your why, right? Why is he coming to the gym? Why is John here? Well, maybe he wants to be here for his family later down the road, right? Maybe he's not in such a great shape. Maybe he wants to see his kids get married and so on. So that's his why. His why is be here for his family. That's what drives him to come in here and work hard, right? Why am I trying to put out these videos, right? If I didn't really know why I was doing it, then it's, in a way, it's a waste of my time, because I don't know where I'm getting with this. My thing is wanting to grow my personal brand, grow awareness about what I'm doing with fitness, grow my personal training business, of course. So that's my why. Why am I doing this? Because I want this to grow. I want this to expand. So I've slowly, like I said, started to just kind of put pieces to the puzzles together. And I know for a lot of people, it might just come easy, right? It just makes sense. But to me, I feel like a lot of things, especially when it comes to business or kind of doing things the way I'm doing right now with being self-employed and stuff, it's different. And I feel like I put these pieces to the puzzle together slower than others. But that's okay, I feel if I'm making progress and I'm doing my thing, then I'm happy and I don't get frustrated. I realize that I've got to be patient, and I've got that mental fitness, that attitude behind knowing why I'm doing things, and I'm trusting the process, knowing that that's going to get me closer to where I want to ultimately be later down the road. So that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. when you're working hard towards something, make sure you know why you're doing it. Why are you doing the things you're doing? And do they align with where you want to be later down the road? If you don't know your why, I suggest you kind of sit back, take a couple, steps backwards, and write down why you're doing things. Where do you want to be? And is what you're doing getting you closer? So that's just kind of what running through my head. So hope it helped.
Alright, let's give this voiceover thing a shot. So, later tonight, I managed to go with my buddy Taylor to Stack's gym and did some upper body here. So, we started the workout off with flat barbell bench press, and I did 5 sets of 4 to 6 total reps, and I got 6 reps on every single set, so I was excited. I did 185 for all 5 sets, and I'm still trying to recover from a shoulder injury on my right shoulder. Long story short, back in May, I was on vacation, and I ended up hurting my shoulder, which set me back a lot. So I'm still trying to get my groove back as far as my strength and my form with my benching. I've lost a lot of my strength and just that groove, that pattern that you build over the time. As far as getting comfortable with benching, I've lost a lot of that. I'm still trying to gain that back. So 185 felt really good for 5 sets of 6. I wanted to add a little more weight, but I needed to not let my ego get in the way and possibly risking re-injuring myself. So you got to be smart about that. So I felt really, really good with 185 here, 5 sets total. And as we're going through the clips here, I want you guys to take a look around the facility. Super nice facility, just straight bodybuilding, just tough. The vibes here are awesome. We moved on to, well, I did. They ended up doing something else. I ended up moving to a chest or a shoulder press here. I did a machine plate loaded shoulder press, and this was an interesting machine. I've never used this one before. The pressing motion was interesting. There's no real way to describe how it felt. You have to just kind of go and do it. But this machine felt really good, really smooth on my shoulders. And going back to my shoulder injury, this had me pain free. It was amazing. Real smooth machine. I've got 25 plates on each side. No pain at all. Really good. Did 4 to 5 sets on this one. Alright, so we ended up then moving to an incline dumbbell press where I did 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps here. This one has to be one of my favorite dumbbell chest exercises. The incline press is one of my favorite ones. A barbell incline press is really tough for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my shoulder. Like I said, I haven't really found my groove yet in my presses. But dumbbell work always seems to be super just comfortable for me, I guess, and with my shoulder, how it's still kind of recovering. So here I did 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Really nice and smooth. Nothing too crazy. I think the heaviest, this was my last set, and the heaviest I went, I think, was 55 pounds. I don't think I went up to the 60s. I liked the 55, and just nice and controlled reps here. Not really trying to injure myself again. I'm really trying to just sculpt the muscle, that pec, that anterior deltoid. Make sure my joints feel good, my shoulder doesn't hurt, there's no pain. And I'm usually stretching in between sets. I should have cut some of that on video, kind of show you guys some of the stretches I do to keep the joints warm. But overall, it felt amazing, no pain. I ended up moving after this to a flat dumbbell fly, and I supersetted that with dumbbell side lateral raises. Taylor and his friend ended up doing something else. So I was solo for these exercises. But here's my flat fly. Again, really easy, really slow and controlled. I think the heaviest I went on the dumbbells was 30 to 35. Working that movement, getting a really nice stretch, that eccentric portion, real slow right there, and then boom, a nice big squeeze. That's all I'm looking for on every single lift. I'm looking for a big controlled stretch and an explosive but yet controlled contraction. So I did my my flat fly here, and then I moved on to my side lateral dumbbell raises. Alright, here I'm moving into the dumbbell side lateral raises, and I gotta take a peek, make sure I'm in the frame. So, this has gotta be one of my favorite shoulder exercises by far. The lateral raise, I just have a nasty mind to muscle connection with my lateral deltoids, and I kind of angled myself a little sideways so you guys can see my form and stuff. Now I'm just kind of like posing a little more. But no, this is one of my favorite ones by far. I've got a little bit of a swing here because it is my last set. I was pretty fatigued, but crazy pump. I just love some side lateral raises. I enjoy them more than I do over the head presses. It's just something that really helps me target my shoulders, and just it develops nicely. It really gives you that broad look, and I'm super pumped that I have a nice mind to muscle connection with them. It's a strong exercise for me. I love them. Alright, so to finish off the lift here, I ended up doing cable tricep extensions here with the rope. Pretty much went to failure, was failing around 12 to 15 reps. The weight was moderate. All I was looking for was just clean reps here. Nothing too special. This is the only tricep exercise I did. My triceps were shot after all the pressing movements. So it was just a nice finisher, getting the triceps just move in and squeezing the last bit out of them. Cool sideways shot right there, and I was like, shoot, might as well just kind of hit some abs, and I ended up doing 4 sets on the hanging leg raises, or toes to bar, whatever you wish to call them. So I did a few sets here of toes to bar. I haven't targeted and isolated my core in a long time, so I figured I'd hop on here and do some sets of that, and finish off my lift here. At this point, I don't know where Taylor and his friend went. We just kind of split apart, did our own thing halfway through the workout. They ended up doing other stuff, so hope you guys enjoyed.
Hope you can hear me. Whew. I tried to snap this workout, put on my Instagram stories. 1, it's too loud in here, which is awesome though. 2, there's no service. I don't have any service in here, so I can't post stuff on Wi-Fi, or I mean on my Instagram. I managed to get 1 clip, I think. When this video comes out, you guys would have already seen that on my Instagram stories. It's a badass gym, it's a little bodybuilding, straight meathead gym.